Last time out on the network, I began a brand new plan in order to make our cargo network more efficient. Today is all about putting that plan into action. We're going to be doing a massive major overhaul here, so get ready because things are about to change. Hey everyone, it's M4J here and welcome back to From Steam to Electricity here on Transport Fever 2. Hopefully the voice holds out this time. It's a couple of days since I recorded the last episode. I have been doing other stuff in the meantime though, so who knows. But I apologise in advance for any coughing, spluttering, hacking, whatever. Hopefully we'll be alright. I'm over here at Stafford, which is proving to be a major bottleneck here on the network. Excuse me, there's the first throat clear. Brilliant. These trains are constantly held up, waiting to access this junction. And to be honest, I don't actually know what I can do here to stop that from being a thing, except for one little aspect, which, actually thinking out loud, I can't even do it the way I wanted to, because we still need to stop trains here on the line that I was going to do. Basically, we don't need to bring steel from here anymore up to Scarborough because we got that taken care of. You are Toaster and Rugeley. Yeah, you're the cross-country line, so you don't need to come up here. Okay. I don't know why I closed that. I need that. Let's have a look at this. So, Holt Whistle to Scarborough. We're going to pin you for a second. And we're going to say here at Holt Whistle, you are only now going to be loading and unloading construction materials. That's all you're going to do. At Stafford, you are going to unload construction materials. Then at Cockerhead, you are also only going to unload construction materials. And then at Stafford again. Oh yeah, you don't even go to Scarborough anymore. Okay. That kind of works in my favour then. So I can say, here, after Cockerhead, you no longer unload at Stafford. You go straight back to Holt Whistle, where you, again, don't do anything with steel, and then down to Knutsford, where you load up with more construction materials. That's basically all you're good for now. You are a construction materials train. If I find one of you down here, which I can't, of course. Oh, sorry, one more thing, quick disclaimer. I'm currently playing this game now in easy mode because it was, not easy mode, sorry, medium difficulty, because I was building up funds and I couldn't be bothered to keep switching between the two. So right now we are just in easy mode at medium difficulty. My god, I can't even remember what mode I'm playing in. That's where I'm at right now. I want to load this train here with these. You can hold construction materials. Again, that's all you're good for. You can, in theory, carry all the other stuff as well, if needed. But technically, you are just carrying these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Ah, you just got into poor. Okay. Let's grab a brake van and stick you on the back. I don't think there's any... No, we don't have the more modern ones yet. That's fine. Boom. So your rate's dropped, but your frequency's also dropped, which is good. What that means is now all of this here can get picked up, which is fantastic. It's not going to be... oh, hang on. One more thing. I do want to make sure at Holt Whistle at least that steel is still being unloaded because we are carrying steel. So I just want to make sure that that is the case. Cool. The only downside to all of this is we're not picking up anything up here at Cockerhead anymore, which can become an issue. There may be a better way of resolving that. The next thing I want to do is this line. Oh, actually, the other thing I want to do quickly is rename that first line. So you are no longer Halt Whistle to Scarborough. You are Halt Whistle to Cockerhead. There we are. Yeah, the next thing I want to do is grab this line, Scarborough to Paynton. We're actually going to change this so that it is Toaster to Paynton. And we're no longer going to stop at Stowmarket and Uckfield. But before we do that, I want to grab the steel line that we have here. And I want to extend it slightly. So you start at Stafford. You stop at Scarborough, where you unload steel. You then come down to Stowmarket, where you also stop to unload steel. After that, you are going to run down to Uckfield. Here. And you can go to whatever platform you like. And you're going to unload steel. You are then going to come back up to Stowmarket. Let's say platform. Chose the wrong one. That one. Yeah, goods yard. Platform 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you are going to load up on steel again. So now we've got this double-pronged thing where this single line comes all the way down here to drop steel off, where it's going to come over here and get turned into tools. We've then got another line, the same line that comes back up here, collects steel, comes over here to drop that steel off, where it's going to go to here. Then it's going to come down through this, because it doesn't need to stop here, down to Stafford, where it's going to pick up steel. I don't think it's going to drop steel off here, is it? No. There's nothing here that needs steel. Actually, there's that. So maybe we will drop off steel here as well at Stafford. I feel like I'm falling into a trap again. But let's say we drop steel off here too. And then at Stowmarket, you don't need to drop off steel. You are only collecting steel because there is nothing over here that accepts steel. So that's fine. But Scarborough accepts steel. So that's something. Down to Uckfield, where we're dropping off steel. Whoops. Back to Stowmarket, where we're picking up steel. And then through Scarborough again, where once again we are dropping off steel. If I check this now, suppliers, yeah, there's still steel coming in from elsewhere, but that's about to change because we're going to grab this line, the flat wagon line here, from Scarborough to Paynton, and we're going to remove basically the first 3 stops. So Stowmarket, bye-bye. Uckfield, bye-bye. Uckfield Head Shunt, bye-bye. And then down the bottom here, bye-bye. So you now are Toaster down to Paynton. That's all you need to worry about. I think that's going to be for the benefit of everybody. I think. So we're going to rename you accordingly as well. And then I'm going to find out why that's gone red at the top. Toaster to Paynton. I don't think it's anything to do with this line. I think it's just, yeah, train with no path. What am I going to do with you? Might just have to sell you. Oh god, don't stop doing that. That's going to make me dizzy. Might just have to sell you, friend. Yeah. This line has a frequency of 7 minutes and a rate of 254. So I don't think we're going to need anything more than that. So in fact, we could probably sell you as well. I had a brain fart in the last episode as well, and I remembered what it was I was trying to say, but it was too late to say it. So I'm going to say it now. Last episode I was talking about the 2 goods factories. This one up here and the one down here. And I was saying about them competing with each other. I ended up sort of BSing my way through that segment of the video, but what I meant to say was, and this is something that Olivier Olivier? Sorry, Olivier, I've completely forgotten your surname. Not that it matters too much, but something that was pointed out to me in the comments was infrastructure costs. If you've got 2 factories competing with each other, not only are you making them compete and not necessarily do as well against one another, but you are also, I'm really talking BS again because I'm trying to find the comment. You're paying twice the infrastructure costs because you've got twice as many stations and things like that. That's the wrong video, Mark. You're paying, yeah, because you've got 2 railway stations, say, instead of just the one, to produce the same amount of goods. So your outgoings are doubled, but your incomings are the same, and therefore you're spending more money and you're not making as much money. Hinderman. There we go. Olivier Hinderman. Sorry, Olivier. I should write these things down, or at least remember them. This train is running full. Look at that. That's awesome. I actually kind of want to see how much money this makes when it stops, depending on whether it drops anything off. The good thing about this, because you're now a dedicated construction materials train, is Stafford is now going to get a major influx of construction materials, and so is Cockermouth. Because this is a dedicated train now, it is only bringing in construction materials. So that's going to be awesome. You are going to make me, right now, 800,000, which is pretty good. And as the crow flies, this is something else that's very good. This is the construction materials plant that we're using. It is eventually going to fill up with construction materials. It's just taking its time. I think there's a ship here that's loading up with them. Yeah, you are. Are you as well? Oh, you're on the same line. Well, that's less than ideal. But essentially, yeah, this ship here brings those construction materials up here to Knutsford. Knutsford, as you saw, is full of construction materials. They're then going to get loaded onto the train, brought up to Holtwhistle. That train is then going to continue up to Stafford and then Cockerhead. Hopefully that will provide more stuff for us. The other thing, we have another line, don't we, that we set up. Was it this one? No, where is it? There was a line that we set up last episode. Or I thought we did. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we didn't get around to it. But there was meant to be one that picked up the machines and the tools and brought them to these respective stations. Scarborough to Painting, yeah, that's not it. It was a van train. I know that much. Maybe, I guess there wasn't one. Also, look at that. It's working. It is working. So that dedicated line, I think we need another train on it. Yes, we do. So let's grab that quickly as well. Clone this one. Which one was it? You. This one here. Brand new. I think it was that one. Yeah. Coming out of the depot now. You, I think, need to be flipped. So I think it's going to be harder for it to climb up this slope to from Uckfield, I should say, than it will be for oh man, words, for the train to climb up the other way from Stafford to Cockerhead. That's what I'm trying to say. Something else I want to do is build a new road connecting this to this, because that's going to speed things up considerably. I want to make sure that I don't think that's a major issue with that. Let's just check this. Remove that waypoint, because that's going to annoy the heck out of me. There we go. I don't mind it doing this right now. I'd rather it didn't. These vehicles we could also do with being upgraded as well. There we go. 17 seconds. That should be lovely. So yeah, the next thing to do then is these tools. I want this dedicated tool train. I think, did I mention that? The tools line is going to be extended down to here now. So it's going to pick up tools here, bring them up to Stowmarket, drop them off. It's then going to go to Scarborough, pick up tools and machines, bring them down to Leatherhead, and in fact, I think it's just going to be machines, to Leatherhead, and then it's going to go back to Scarborough, pick up machines and tools, and bring those down to Stowmarket, and then run back to Uckfield. That is the plan. So I guess let's get started. Uckfield. Stowmarket, which is working now to an extent, which I'm quite happy about. Up to Scarborough. Scarborough's got goods waiting. Oh, that must have been dropped off from the other train, right? And then down to here. Back to Scarborough. And then, yeah, back to Stowmarket. So, at Uckfield, let's bring you in on, like, platform 3, because nothing comes in on platform 3. And you are only loading tools. You then go to Stowmarket, where you unload those tools. And you don't load anything else. At Stowmarket, let's say you come in on 3, and you can access everything else. There we go. Up to the head shunt. I feel like it's platform 3 is the out. Yes, it is. I'm so good at remembering these things. As I said, it's 2 days since I recorded this, so that's a heck of a time to remember. I know it's the odd numbers, the even numbers over here at Scarborough. So it's going to be track 2 with 4 as the backup, and here you are only loading machines. At Cockerhead, I guess you can use any available platform, but I'd rather you use the ones... Now, see, I'm sure I set up a line here. Because I'm sure I just used these 2 tracks. Did I not? I certainly meant to. That's doing my head now. Holt Whistle to Scarborough. It's just a mix line, isn't it? Stowmarket to Cockerhead. I think it's that one. Hang on. Stowmarket to Cockerhead, right? Yup. Okay. Do you know what then? Because I'm already halfway through doing this other one, I'm just going to remove that mixed one. Turn that off. Scroll back down to line 1. Right. Cockerhead. 6 and 5. I might say 4 and 3 as well. Because why not? And here you are only unloading machines. You then go back up to Scarborough, where you're going to go to track 4 with 2 as the backup. And you're going to load machines and tools. And then Stowmarket Head Shunt, that's going to be track 1 with 2 as the backup. And here at Stowmarket, again, you're going to go into 3 with all the others. Like so. And here you are unloading machines and tools. Right. I guess we can get some trains out on that line now. And then we can talk about what's going to happen to the other van train. Let's use this as the starting point again. Should we get Dean? I feel like an Armstrong still is perfect for this. Again, we're not reinventing the wheel or anything. You know, we don't need to go too mad. This box car would also be fine. But again, this one actually, machines and tools. Look at that. We can get one of these babies. Capacity of 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's a capacity of 112 already. 9, 10. Actually, let's keep it at 8. And we're going to get 3 of these. All of you are going to go on line 1, which I forgot to rename. And all 3 of you, I think, are already going to get flipped. So you're going to be run around train. Flip you. Flip you, and no, I'm not swearing. And flip you. Right. Mixed van. Uckfield to Cockerhead. So now if I was to check this, I don't think I'm going to see any radical changes. Yeah, nothing. Uckfield to Cockerhead, nothing. But in a minute, we're going to do the radical change to this. What is going on here? Oh, you're the push-pull train. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. We need this to increase still. Rate of frequency of 110. That's fine. You, frequency of 144. That's less fine. What about you? 45. That's more than fine, actually. This one here. If it wasn't for the fact that I'd have to extend the lumber train round to Stowmarket, I would actually connect these up this way. But it might be worth it to have the tools from here brought down this way, but I don't know. No, I'm not sure I see the point of that. But what I do want to make sure is that the van train, Holt Whistle to Scarborough, that's definitely one of them. I think first of all it needs major upgrading, and second of all I think it only needs to bring goods and food up here now. And it doesn't even need to terminate at Scarborough, it can actually terminate at Cockerhead. Yeah, so why don't we do that? That's not a bad idea. Alright, manage line, we're going to take out Scarborough. Cockerhead over here. Number 4, we want to make sure that the train is coming in, let's say track 1, and then 2, 3, and 4. Cool. And then at Holt Whistle, you are no longer doing anything with machines and tools. Not from here. We'll come back to that in a second. Actually, no, you are still unloading machines and tools. Yeah, okay, we'll come back to that in a minute anyway. Doing anything with goods here? No. Stafford, you are unloading food only. And then at Cockerhead, you are unloading food and goods, and you are loading machines and tools. And then what does Stafford need? It's construction materials, isn't it? Yeah, so Stafford here, you can skip Stafford entirely. What was it dropping off? Yeah, no, you can skip Stafford entirely now, which is a huge relief. And then here, you are loading goods, because I assume you're bringing those down to Hale and Knutsford, by the looks of things. Although again, if we're putting those on a ship... No, you are loading at Hale. Yeah, you're loading and unloading goods at Hale. Sorry, at Knutsford and at Hale. So that's fine. So I guess here then, you are also unloading goods. Okay. Here's hoping this works. So now, we are only bringing goods and food up the hill here on this train, and even then we're only bringing it to the places that actually need it. So if I was to check you now, suppliers, yeah, I think that number has gone up. The construction material definitely has gone up. I'm hoping that's the same here. The food seems to have gone up there. Leatherhead, food, have you gone up? Yeah, I think it's to do with the rate of the train. I genuinely think it's to do with the rate of the train. And because of that, we can now actually go for bigger trains here as well. So steam, again, I think an Armstrong is more than enough. These are cheaper, right, than the Deans? Yeah. Cheaper to buy, cheaper to run. So that's perfect. Now you're carrying food, so I don't think we can use... Oh no, we can. Goods and food, right? That's all we're carrying. Am I right? I know you're carrying machines and tools as well, but actually that's also fine. Let me start that again. Armstrong, that one, do that. Cargo, scroll down. It was this one. Machines, tools, food, goods. And you can carry plastic. That's excellent. 36 million, which is quite a lot of money. But frequency is now 9 minutes, rate's 146. That's huge. And this is an end of journey thing as well. So it's not like we need to supply factories or anything. We're just needing to make sure that what we're bringing in here is the right amount. So goods, 119, that's 146. Food over here, 72. Again, that's higher. That's gone down by 2 though, so that's a little bit concerning. 96, and again, 144. Cool. Right. So that's the warm-up done for today's episode, believe it or not. That's not even what I was intending on doing today, but that's still a huge upgrade, I would say, compared to what we were doing before. The other thing, actually, I need to look at is over here. This van train. I think we just cut it back to toaster again, right? I don't think we need to start, because anything like food related can be brought across the cross-country line to toaster. So I don't think we need this train now running all the way up to Scarborough. I don't believe so. What were we doing at Scarborough? We were, yeah, picking lots of things up. I think the best way to check would be via this. So that's the Scarborough to Paignton one, which is the one we've got selected. This one already, look, we've got machines and tools waiting to come down the hill. No steel, because that's not being brought here. Although while I'm distracting myself with that, yeah, we've got steel waiting to come up over there. And over here, I think that's a lot of steel waiting. Yes. So that's good news. That's very good news. Okie dokie. Oh, was that line making money? Not yet. I'd like it to make money, but it's supplying an industry. So that's the main crux. Yeah, I think we snip this. There is food to Stowe Market, though. So maybe we start the line here at Stowe Market now, and we can still then bring tools up from elsewhere to Stowe Market. Is that a dumb idea? I mean, this is being supplied from a lot of places, which I used to think was a good thing, but not so much now. I think we scrap Scarborough from this one. Get rid of that head shunt as well, and then over here, get rid of this. So I think we start at Stowe Market. I think we skip Uckfield altogether, so I don't want to interfere with the tools. So at Stowe Market, we are still unloading tools and we are still unloading food. But everything else... is there machines as well, actually, up here? Yeah. And machines. Everything else, we ignore. And that's the same here. We skip Uckfield on the way back. But we do pick up... we don't do plastic anymore. We'll ignore plastic. We might unload plastic still. But we load machines and tools. And then again at Stowe Market, we unload all of that. And food. Was there food here as well? Food. Food. There we go. And we ignore everything else. Okay, let's just check what we're doing at Blackburn. So Blackburn, we're only unloading machines and tools. Gateshead, we are unloading machines, tools, and food. And then Paignton, we're unloading lots of things. Where is Paignton? That's way down here. The main thing at Paignton is we are loading tools. Was there anything that we needed plastic for? Oh, this goods factory as well. Yeah. We are loading stuff here. I think a 50-50 is actually more beneficial here. But then do we actually have any goods waiting down here at all? No. But we have 306 tools. Yeah, that's part of the problem. Again, that was what was pointed out to me, is we too much stuff waiting in stations as well. It's not good. Gateshead, tools and food. Again, no, I guess we're stopping here anyway because we're dropping off tools, right? And then Blackburn. Why are we loading plastic at Black... Oh, yeah. In case of this. So you're getting a pretty decent supply. You are leveling up, and that plastic is getting brought back to Middleton and then loaded on a train. I did do some tweaks over here as well, off camera. So maybe we could bring it to Blackburn instead. That's not the worst idea. That really isn't the worst idea. But then you're already full of stuff. So no, that doesn't make any sense. Dedicated trains, Mark. That's the whole point. That's what we're doing here, is dedicated trains. You muppet. Just checking at this Blackburn. We are unloading machines. Yes, good. So yeah, this Blackburn here, unloading tools. And then at Toaster, we're not doing that anymore. We are unloading tools. And we're picking up food, because that food is heading up to Stowe Market. Okay. Just want to check. That's Toaster. Stowe Market. You should still be getting supplied by stuff, but this should start diminishing over time. I'm hoping. And yeah, just having one less train going in the head shunt here. That's huge. That's a major, major thing. I'm happy about that. What are you? You're one of the new... No, you're one of the old trains. You're one of these ones. That's fine. We can actually sell a couple of these as well, because the frequency is too low. There we go. And then again, we're going to do the expensive thing of replacing you with Armstrongs. The replacing vehicles thing is probably the bit that's a little excessive and not necessary, but this helps a lot with the rate. That's another 36 mil. Yeah, the rate's up to 124 now, which is big. And you can see the train. This is it here. Oh no, you're not it. What are you? Oh, why did that one not change? It's selected. Do you know what? Let's just do that. So you're heading down to Blackburn. Of course, you're heading to the one place where there's nothing for you. I think that's mainly because you can't actually get to Toaster from where you are. Alrighty, what have you got on board? Nothing. You're the Uckfield to Cockierhead line. So actually you won't have anything on board anyway. Why are you heading to Stowe Market first? It would have been much easier if you just headed down here. Never mind. So the last thing to do with you is change your name to Stowe Market to Paynton. Okay. How are we doing for time? 32 minutes. There's a temptation here to actually wrap this episode up here, and then next week do this properly, finish it off how we want it. Why are you heading back up with steel still on board? You're supposed to unload it all here. Uckfield. Unload steel. That's odd. Is it because the platform's full? Stafford. Scarborough. Oh yeah, so you're actually transferring at Stafford still. Oh, because you're going over here, I bet. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that. And there's a lot of steel here. I mean, there's that one picking up steel, but it's mainly here. Scarborough, Uckfield. Okay, yeah. So Stafford to Uckfield is actually a pretty straight line, but it has to go all the way around this way. So again, in terms of the finances, it might not be the best. But, I mean, this is going to be a massive improvement now, having it run like this. The only downside is you are still connected, but barely. I kind of want to move this and build a new truck stop here. Let's do this. I can always extend it in the future. Manage line. So you're actually going to the drive first, which is interesting. So in this case, I can do this, and then do this, and then here, say you are unloading steel, and you're picking up tools. get rid of the drive. And here you are unloading tools and picking up steel. Yeah. What's your supply looking like now? Stowmarket Stafford. That's only 59 though. And you need 200. That's because that's quite low. But then the frequency's quite low. There we go. 116 now. That's somewhat better. So let's say 116 gets brought down here all the time. It's not going to be enough to upgrade it, but it's certainly going to be enough to do something. Alrighty. I think this is a really good place to wrap up this video. Because we've actually made quite a bit of progress here. Next time, we're going to do something that's going to help us make even more progress. Because we're going to connect this iron ore mine. See, I've already built the truck stop. Up to the steel mill up here, because the one thing it's lacking right now is iron ore. How we're going to deliver that iron ore in large quantities, I don't yet know. That's something to worry about later. The temptation was to truck it up to here and then train it up to Stowmarket. But the problem with that is we're trying to remove trains from the network, and that's going to add more. So I don't want to get into bad habits, you know. Particularly as we've got these trains here that are actually waiting to transport stuff to where it needs to go. So we'll have to see. Getting faster trains would be huge for us as well, and stronger trains, because you're struggling. Are you not full? That's a worry too. Yeah, you should have been full. I don't know what's going on there. Iron ore is just the problem with everything. We've only got 2 iron ore mines and we've got 3 coal mines. So connecting that up is a priority for sure. But yeah, actually what we could do if we did truck it to here is bring that up there and then somehow bring grain back, I was going to say, and then have a circle that goes from here over to here and then up to one of these ones. Probably the livestock farm, actually. Are you being supplied? You are. You're just not producing anything. You don't actually upgrade, which is interesting. But you do. So maybe we bring it over here. Although you just need shipment. That's why you're not upgrading. I was about to say I've come up with an idea, but I haven't, because you don't carry alcohol, do you? No, so I don't have an idea. I haven't got a clue. Leave me alone. Okay, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And, of course, if you're enjoying the series. That was a joke, by the way. I don't want you to leave me alone. I want you to carry on watching my stuff because I love you all. You're all amazing. What did I say? Thanks for watching. Hit the like button. All that good stuff. Video, series. Yeah. Drop some ideas down below. Drop a comment down below with any ideas for future episodes. There we go. That's very much appreciated. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. Have a great evening, and until next time, I will see you soon.